This is Water Elemental.
And this is Axis, and we are here today to talk about the League of Legends, I think.
I thought we were here to do our weekly meeting about financial crisis and how we can prevent it.
I thought we were here to do our meeting about the financial crisis and how to cause it.
Curses!
There's not a whole lot of news to talk about this week, guys. The patch is supposed to drop tomorrow, but all they've released for us really is the Quinn Champion Spotlight, which is great. But we've already kind of talked about Quinn, what her abilities do, and what she means as a champion. So, until we really see her in-game and see how she affects the metagame, we can't really talk too much about her. But I can say this much. Still looks fun. I'm definitely going to pick her up, so we should maybe get some cool footage about her come next week. We might even do something intermediate, but we'll see.
Something intermediately. When have we ever done anything in between our podcasts?
All the time.
In other news, we have red posts.
Lots of red posts, actually.
It's like the only thing we have of news interest.
Unfortunately so. But let's take a look at a couple of those. The main things they kind of brought up this week. They talked a little bit about Karma. They also were sure to mention Garen and the state of Warmogs. They wanted to talk about Xinyao and also the upcoming Trundle visual rework.
Upcoming, mind you.
Indeed. They've said for certain that the Trumbull Pineapple!
Oh no, that's staying in.
Jesus.
He's like, you're the only one that fucking gets pissed off with this game. I'm like, you yell all the time.
Upcoming Trundle, Pineapple. The upcoming Trundle rework is it's supposed to be very close. They're mostly working on making sure it's a skin that's flesh with potential changes to his kit, which they have mentioned. A lot of people like Trundle, but this gets a little low in terms of power. It's okay in utility and self-defense, but considering what other characters have in the same categories, he's really kind of
slow.
Yeah. The only thing Trundle has that's relatively unique is his attack damage debuff, as well as the debuff he can do on statistics. He's kind of unique in that regard, except for maybe Sona, who could be considered vaguely similar.
Well, he also has the leeching ability. His ultimate?
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
The defensive
I thought that
debuff.
was his Q for a second. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Whoops!
It's been so long since I played Trundle.
But they were very quick to say that they did not know what any of these upcoming changes to his kit, if they even existed, would be. So, playing defensive there.
They opened the vault, and there's just one guy been working for like a year and a half on Trundle reworks. He's like, can I come out yet? No.
They're talking a lot about Xinyao. Xinyao's been making a big splash in tournament play and in casual play. He's a character that has a lot of really strong base damage, so he's able to be built tanky and still get really effective and really just cruel ganks. And so they've had a lot of demands to sort of knock him down in power, and they're quick to say, well, there's a lot of characters that people think are garbage, like Hecarim, and that no one thought was overpowered until now. Xinyao's kind of the same way. He was crappy, and now everyone thinks he's really great.
No. A character that people didn't realize was overpowered was Kale. Xinyao has always been overpowered. Since the dawn of his birth, he has always had an extremely large
he had a
amount of...
lull for some time. Yeah. They rebuilt him recently, and he's been just really great ever since, and they haven't touched him. So we'll see if they decide to change him or not. He's very strong.
Jolly Green actually picked him up on Axit one day. He accidentally chose Xinyao to jungle with, and then he just stomped the ground with him first time playing him. Never played him before. Went like 14-2, and it was just like, there's something wrong with this character.
Indeed. Another thing they mentioned was Garen's passive, as well as Warmog's. The issue with Garen's and Warmog's that they feel like, as well as I guess Mundo's in a sense, is that they feel like those passives on that item, Mundo and Garen, it feels like it allows them to shrug off a lot of damage, and it makes mid-game really difficult because it's a lot of poke fighting going on. And they don't think it's acceptable for that, so they're thinking of changing Garen's passive. They've already messing with his defense stats on the PvE, and I think this is a symptom of that. But the main thing they're trying to do is make damage matter a little bit more over longer fights. Because certainly burst matters. And I think that's the reason Warmogs has gotten so popular, is that burst is so prevalent. And Warmogs kind of gives you a second chance to go, alright, well I have an extra 1,000 health bubble, and I can, regenerate 400 before the next fight. So it's really a powerful item. They keep saying it's not cost effective, it's not that great, and yet it keeps winning people games.
A lot of the tournaments, everybody's wearing a Warmogs. It looks like everybody but the support is going to have a Warmogs. Everybody's going to have a lot of that health bubble as well as what they need to deal damage, and it's just one of those items, especially on Garen, Vladimir, on even like more Malphite. It gives them a lot more sustain than it should be for that 1,000 health. It gets them a lot longer in the game, and it makes them harder to kill.
But potential Garen changes, possible second sight on Warmogs. We'll see what comes out of that. The final thing they mentioned was the Karma rework. With all the buzz regarding the Trundle rework, a lot of people that are waiting for Karma are getting kind of upset.
Didn't Trundle come out first?
Yes, he did.
Ha! Take that.
Karma is a tough champion to kind of rework because Trundle, they've only promised a visual rework. Karma, they're saying they're going to rework her kit and her artistic approach.
So she's essentially becoming a new champion.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit longer on that. And I think they're just trying to hammer that point in.
And honestly, at this point, they've led up to it for so long. I don't care. It's like, yes, we're working on it. Yes, we're working. It's like we've seen 3 visual updates before like the last update. We've had major update to the thing. We had Annie. They're going to work on Trundle, and who else got one before Annie? It was Nidalee. So we've seen this is going to be the 3rd one we're going to see before Karma. So honestly, I don't care anymore about Karma's update. It's like one of those things that once it happens, we're going to be like, it's about time.
Yeah. They also briefly mentioned Sejuani, and that they're actually testing a lot of things on her. We've mentioned this before, so we're not going to go into too detail, but it's still on their minds. And finally, the last kind of semi-important thing is they're once again tweaking league points. And so keep an eye on your figures, see how you ascend and descend in your rank system. And that's really it until tomorrow, guys. Like we said, patch drops tomorrow. Hopefully, at least that's what the rumors going around. They did just do the champion spotlight, so there's a good chance it'll come out tonight or tomorrow. So expect to be patching here on Friday. And we'll get Quinn. We'll all have a good time. Yeah, sorry, it's kind of bad timing for us, huh?
Yeah.
But it should be fun. I can't wait to play Quinn. I kind of like weird ADCs.
She is weird, isn't she?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like her ultimate's like that weird. It's like going into melee form and playing as a.
Have you seen how much attack speed that darn bird gets?
He's swinging fast.
Crazy.
He moves really fast too. He's pretty scary.
The thing I'm afraid of on her though is that when characters get items like Randuin's, it's just gonna destroy that darn bird.
Just a bird. It does not exist.
Yeah, because it's gonna be like, all right, I have a lot of attack speed. I'm slowed once. Yeah, you're dead, dude. It's like, oh.
Merc Dreads.
So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. We're going to be moving on to our own section now. We only got one question this week, but it's kind of a light week, so we don't really mind. It's from Master 12. He says, what was your favorite bug or glitch that already happened in the game? Mine was the global lap from Sadamomo Robot. Well, that's a good question, actually. There's a lot of cool glitches in this game.
I have 2.
Really?
The first one was the Darius teleport thing when he would pull and then teleport away and pull the whole team up. That one was great. But my absolute favorite is the Friendly Fire Cosma ult. Or when he would do his slow, it would deal damage to his allies, and you can actually get first blood off your allies. It's pretty great.
I like it. I would say my favorite, I don't know if this, I think it's a glitch. It's not a bug. You actually have to kind of exploit for this. But there were a couple of times where I saw a player, I forget what his name was, but he put up YouTube videos of him playing through entire games of League with no cooldowns on his summoner spells. And he would play as Singed with Flash and Smite. He would clear the entire jungle in about 40 seconds by going and smiting everything, and then just go to lanes, flash past the tower before it could aggro him, leave poison trails over the entire lane, and just get kills on kills on kills, because you can't hurt him.
Is he constantly flashing?
Oh yeah. It's horrifying.
Oh man.
It's a glitch, it's a total exploit, but it's hilarious.
That's pretty bad. You'll have to show me that later.
Oh, yes. But that's it for questions this week, unfortunately, guys. We didn't get a whole lot. But it should be a big week for us next week. We love questions about us, about the show, about video games, about League, really anything. We're happy to answer. We try to do at least 2 every week.
How many kidneys do you have?
Yeah, exactly. So if you have any sort of questions, send it to our email, spazticgaming@gmail.com, or post in the comment section below. We'll take a look at it, give it an answer. You'll have a great time. We still have a contest going on. All that information is in a separate video. You can check it out, submit an entry, get some cool prizes.
Link down below, as well as a brief description about the rules. So.
You have 1 more month to go, guys, till the end of March, so you got plenty of time. It's fun, it's creative, it's great. We'll have a good time.
It's fun. It's fun creative. I can't make a word that's combined in fun creative.
Faded. Either way, guys, this is kind of a short episode, so we're sorry about that. Like we said, we're kind of waiting on the patch, and it didn't happen for us tonight. We're going to probably put something out intermediary, like we said before. I know we kind of laughed about it, but we'll try and put something up for the end of the week so we don't leave you guys hanging. But otherwise, this has been Axis.
And Water Elemental.
And God bless.
Get that religion out of my show.